down to business, shall we? It's your boy, Wayne the Voice Matthews, the every young dog, Weezy FB's so breezy. Just had to stop and let's take a little celebration of good fruit himself. The fruit of life. My goodness, be positive and give it out there, baby. We got some great stuff to talk about today as we get ready to go into some championship games taking place in the youth league level as well as the playoffs. Some big name teams doing some big things. And we still got the video set to air for the national ranking list. You got to get a chance to find out more about it. We're going to hook you up with all that you need to know. A lot of great teams getting ready right now, coming out of practice. So we said, let's do this in the evening so we can get a couple coaches to hit us up in the field while the players out there doing their thing. And we can let them shine right here on Voice Sports. You know how we do. And of course, you're rocking with the finest Mike Highness. Let me stick my time and spit the divineness. Hey, before we get too hot and heavy into things, let's take care of the bills, if you will. If you're looking to get out here on the road, make your way down to some of the great showcases. Maybe you want to go to the Showtime Release Showcase in Myrtle Beach. Maybe you want to go to Top Dog out in Ocean City. That's cool too. Maybe you got big plans. You got big plans, bro. You want to make that move and maybe go to like the Canton for the Pro Football Hall of Fame with your team in the World Youth Championships. Maybe you just want to make that trip down to FBU. Naples always a good move. I'm going to say this to you like this. Why not take your team in one move, man? Get on the bus. Y'all go together. Move as one. Don't travel like challengers. Don't travel like contenders. Travel like a champion. That's right. Champion Drive Transportation brings you some of the best service to move you around the tri-state. Don't hate. They take care of D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. Holler at your boy. Give him a call today at 301-237-8361. That's Champion Drive Transportation. D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Delaware, and PA. The boy ain't stutter with it. Yes, it's Throwback Thursday. I'm feeling Mike Righteous. Yes, Horseman in the building. As always, check out the webpage. We got some great stuff going on. Go to the Voice Store. Get your official voice wear. You know how we do. Hey, www.thsmg.org. That's right, the Horseman Sports Management Group.org. Go to the page, slide to the bottom. We got some stuff we want to tell you about as the combine continues to build. We moved it, changed the date, set up shop in a whole nother spot. It's getting ready to be on like neck bones in the soup kitchen. Somebody bring the hot sauce. Terrible thing going on right here. Now, we got some great guests set to come on, some events taking place you got to get hip to. I'm going to break down the scores for Metro Maryland Football Alliance, playoff action, also get you geared up for what's going to take place in Gladiator and playoff action on Saturday at Wise High School. We still got some great events as the Dear Summer Tour 2019 gets ready to take flight. And of course, on Throwback Thursday, I had to give you something funky. Yeah, we got some people in the green room. As always, the phone line is open. You know how we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 301-806-6677. We're going to talk a little bit tonight about parenting in sports, parental responsibilities of what goes on in the transition from middle school to high school, what goes on when you're getting ready to transition from high school to college. A lot of times, many of the parents don't get an opportunity to talk about these things and express what they've experienced. It might save the next person some heartache. While every student athlete's course and path is different, whether it's because of play style, GPA, or the present school they're going to, as you start looking towards the next school, you always want to be leery of those ills that'll set somebody's back somehow. You know our people don't like to do their due diligence, which is why we encourage you to do it. Get out here and do your own information. Some of y'all, all you have to do is go right to the computer in your hand. You look at it 4.5 hours a day anyway. Check it out. Get the info you need to be great, or we want to get you right, all right? We're going to talk about parenting today a little more. Another great sponsor that helps bring you got voicemail. Got to give love to them. Nobody works harder than my man, Ferron Carter. Yo, if you in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, you're trying to work on getting your core, your strength, speed, your agility. Maybe you just want to get off the ball quicker. Maybe you want to work on your leaping. Maybe you want to work on your speed. My man got everything you want and everything you need. Give him a call at 443-306-7016. DynamicSP.net is the move. Man, we got some hot people up in here. My man Corey, what's up? Kentucky in the house, man. Love. You know how we do. Getting it out there, man. My man Chuck toasting it out. Salute. My goodness, my gracious. Some great people in here. As we continue to talk a little more about the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy, camps are coming up between the 9th all the way up to, I believe, the 9th to the 18th up in Canton. You got different age brackets, so different time frames. We out here now. If you find out Voice Sports working the event, you have the ability to get in contact with me right there. Holler at your boy, we put you on, and you get in with your age bracket. Go up here and find out what's going on. Put yourself on the map. I'm going to tell you right now, if I see you, they calling me. They calling me. Let's see who calling me. You got voicemail.
Johnson J Dog Letterman.
J Dog, what's good, man? Holler at your boy. What's up, man?
A lot of things are up. It's always great to call in your show and share some information. I was watching the intro, and I heard an idea about parents doing their due diligence and parental responsibility, and how to make sure the academics are in line and the athletics are in line. And we had a great event this past weekend. We did the Coach Mack 7-on-7 Memorial Day weekend showcase.
Yeah, Coach Mack be doing his thing down there.
Fantastic time.
Yeah, Coach Mack be doing his thing down there, man. For many of the people listening at home don't know who you're listening to. You're listening to my man, the positive announcer, Jonathan J. Dog Letterman, representing for South Florida, always in the place to be. Voice reporter numero uno on the joint. Right here, we talk a little bit about Coach Wallace Mack 707. This event was hot, man. We got some great pictures. If you go to Voice Sports, you can see it. I'm glad you tagged me in.
One of the really cool highlights, we tell our parents, it's never too early to start your student athletes, and there wasn't a large sign-up for first and second graders, so Coach Mack combined them and mixed them into the third and fourth grade game, and also in that third and fourth grade game, we had a kindergartner.
Okay.
And the kindergartner showed out. He had no fear. He took to the coaching very well. Had a couple of plays because in the third and fourth grade game, we went to them running plays.
Right.
So there were some running plays. And in that game also, we had a girl play, and the girl caught a touchdown pass.
Hey, the sister's working it out. The sister's working it out. We got like 2 or 3 girls up here. Man, we got to start bring more attention to that. The sisters out here on the gridiron, man.
Yep. Well, a lot of people don't know that there is a tackle football league. It's been around for many, many, many years, the Women's Football Alliance.
Wow.
And basically it's open to women that are 18 years or older that may not have any college eligibility left, because we don't want to have them lose their college eligibility for playing what is considered a professional league.
Okay.
So you got to be very careful about following the NCAA rules and not disqualifying somebody, from playing other sports while they're in college. But there's so much going on that, the young lady that started the league in her hometown for the girls.
Right.
That league's now up to like 22 teams, and the other young woman, her name escapes me, but she's out of the California area. She's the first female non-kicker to get a full ride. She plays free safety.
Oh man, you know what, Jay? Sound like we need to get a hold. You sound like we need to get a hold of these young people. Talk to them, man. You think you can handle that?
Yep. I'm working on it. I named one of them my J Dog's Personal of the Week, so I'm working on finding out who the publicist is and following the stories and reaching out to the contacts.
Hey.
ESPN's a great resource, and all anybody has to do is call up, and they'll send you press packages.
Right.
So that's something cool. But yeah, the 7-on-7 was great, and Coach Mack has his National Youth All-American Bowl coming up. It's going to be in January of 2020. Because of the way the holidays fell this year, was just too close between Christmas and New Year's, and it'll also save the parents money because they won't have to pay those holiday rates if they're traveling in from out of the area. because last year we had individuals from California. Up in your area, it was very well represented. We had a lot of West Virginia people represented. We had the Northeast represented. The Locke family, they always come, and
Right.
they were great. Their one son, he was born with a AJ with a birth defect.
Okay.
It makes him look like he's bow-legged.
Right.
But in the 7-on-7, he played a quarterback, and he did very, very well.
Wow.
And in the tackle football games, he plays center, and he also plays quarterback. And just to see somebody overcoming what many of us would call an adversity,
Right.
you know, and just to see him out there playing and learning with the teamwork and the sportsmanship is always a good thing.
That's a great story,
And,
man.
I got you.
You always got the good stuff. Come on, J-Dog. Let's try and find a way. Let's try and find a way to link up with him.
I don't want to hog the show, but I do want to get people and plant the seeds early because I know you're a Steelers fan.
Yeah, of course. Come on, man.
And-
You make that mistake.
And the Steelers play the Dolphins on October 28th.
You don't want that work.
And
what you trying to say? What you trying to say?
Those are two of my favorite teams.
All right.
So what I did is I connected with a sports bar in the community here in Sunrise, Florida called Uncle Al's, and we're going to be doing Points for the Cure that night. But you don't have to come to, if you're out of the area, you don't have to come to Uncle Al's for the event. If you're in the area, we'd love to have everybody come over.
Okay.
We're going to start at 6:30 on October 28th, and then everybody picks their team, either the Steelers or the Dolphins, and they donate 25 cents per point that the team scores.
Well, I'm going to be broke
their
messing
team
with
doesn't-
the Steelers, man. You know how big going to be frying these young cats out here? Ooh, especially the Dolphins. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And if they don't score at least 20 points, you donate $5. And I'll have that page up and going like I did last year, the donation page. So I'll send you that link. What's been great about that is we talk about outreach all the time,
Right.
and you never know until you ask.
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to Riedel about 3 years ago. This is the third year they're helping me out.
Yeah, Chris
And,
St.
They
Cowboys.
came through in a big way. They
Chris Town.
donated mini helmets. So this year I said, you know what? There's 32 teams in the NFL. Let me ask them for 32 mini helmets, one from each team.
Okay.
And you know what they did? They sent me 32 mini helmets, one from each team.
Okay, why don't you get them
So,
signed? Why don't you get them signed by
and
one
that's,
player from each team?
Well, they're not signed. They're blank
I
helmets.
know, but you can get them signed. You can get them signed. You don't know somebody
Well,
that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows
Yeah.
somebody?
I'm
That would be an
working on-
interesting project.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But we'll right now they're just blank helmets. It's what a lot of people like the blank
Okay.
helmets, and then they take the blank helmets to the signings that we have here locally.
No doubt.
So we'll see what happens with that. But I wanted to share that with everybody because sometimes we don't realize the resources that we have,
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
and sometimes it's a matter of making a phone call.
Man. Hey,
So
let me
I
ask
wanted
you
to
something.
share-
Let me
I
ask you
wanted to
something,
share
Jay.
that. The same thing with the parents.
Jay.
Well, you were talking about the school transitions
Yeah.
to high school, which is a big transition. But there's a lot of resources that are available. People have been there that have done it, that have seen their kids go through programs. I'm very fortunate because I've been able to watch a lot of the kids at the Carpenter High School go through the entire recruiting process and seeing some of them make the transition from high school on to college. And I actually had an opportunity to see Ron Hards III over the weekend. He came in to the Coach Mac 7-on-7. His dad was coaching one of the teams, and he's a D1 player at Illinois.
Wow.
And I had him speak to the kids, and he was telling the kids, you got to stay in the books. That was the first words out of his mouth in the interview. Stay in the books.
No, that's right.
And I thought that was excellent advice. And that's what it's about. It's the athletics are going to open up a lot of doors, and then the academics should keep the doors open.
Right. But hey, John, look. Let me ask you something. What's the next event Coach Mac got lined up? 'Cause I got a lot of people filling up the green room.
That is going to be that's going to be the National Youth All-American Bowl. It's going to be in January.
Okay.
And he should have the information up at cmf101.com, and that's how you can get a hold of Coach Mack as well. It's a cmf101.com.
Okay.
And one of the things we're working on, which is very exciting, I know you got a lot of people calling in, so I'm going to
I got a lot of people calling in, man. Come on, Bike. We talked
about academics.
Yeah.
And Coach Mack is looking to do a scholarship fund for the high schoolers that will play next year in the 7-on-7. If we get the funding together between now and January, they'll do some scholarships at the National Youth All-American Bowl, and that'll be based on academics. And we'll have a little review board. There may be some, like an essay that they have to write, like a 300-word essay.
That's dope.
We're working out all the particulars for the scholarship program.
Man, y'all doing it big down there, man. I got to holler at my man, Coach Wallace. I had a chance to talk to him on the phone the other day, but I got to holler at him, see what's good, man. Can't wait to get down there and see some work with you.
And we appreciate the offer. We're sending you our offensive and defensive players from the 7-on-7.
Let's do it.
For those that qualify for the event in Canton, the parents were very excited about that. And I explained to the parents exactly what it was, that it's an event, put on by the Hall of Fame, and it's very prestigious, and the kids get a lot out of it. And I know that they also do the parent symposium, which is very important.
Yeah,
that the parents just get themselves educated. Like you always say, do your due diligence.
Right.
Because there's going to be a lot coming to the kids, and there are a lot of people out there that will say, "Oh, I'd love to have your kid come to my school," and then push comes to shove, and they change their story. So remember, the offer is not an offer until they're actually sitting down and having you sign that letter of intent.
No doubt. No doubt, man.
Doing your due diligence is very important. Doing the outreach, get to know the coaches, be involved. One thing for the players, a transition from middle school to high school, you may have been an incredible standout, in youth football. That doesn't guarantee that you're going to start in high school. So be prepared to put in the work, and don't get disappointed if you're, not a starter.
I know that's right.
Do your thing. We had a player.
Hey, look, hey, Jay. I know how we talk, man. I know we've been talking for a long time, bro. I got like 8 people in the green room, man.
Yep.
Let's link up another day.
Thanks for having me on, and we'll talk next time.
Let's link up another day next week. Let's finish this conversation, man. Because you hitting on some good points right now. I can't get mad at that.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan J. Dog Letterman joins us from South Florida. Let's get this. Hey, you know how we got to do it on Thursday. We got a lot of teams coming out of practice. We got people all over the country. My man Jonathan hit me up from South Florida. Who we got in the green room? We going to go around the country and look at that. Let's see if we can see what's cracking out in Kentucky. No. Let's try and get my man Corey in here. Boy, the big boys come out to play, babe. We still got a chance to talk about some great stuff. Again, if you want a chance to find out more about the Pro Football Hall of Fame and camps that are taking place, hey, we get ready to talk about it, my man Big Mark, directly. Hey, and of course, the big question on the top of my mind, Big Mark. They waiting for the videos, baby. They beat me down in my box. I can't even load up in the morning. They coming after me. They keep calling me.
I look. All I can say is first, it's great to be back on. All I can say is that I contacted them twice today and got no response. I was told by the end of this week that they should be finished it. Okay. I do have a meeting for our next project that we're going to have on Monday of next week. Okay. So I know that either I will have a set date or guaranteed date either by tomorrow or if by Monday. We will either have them or have them up. I can guarantee that. All right. But until then, I have nothing else to report because, You know how it is, Wayne. That sometimes you're on the phone and sometimes you're on hold. Well, I've been on hold for a while, man.
It's been a challenge. It's been a challenge this week, man. It's been a challenge this week, but I'm sitting here looking at the numbers of the World Youth Championship national ranking page. You go right here on find it on Facebook. Hey,
Right.
in 1 week, 2,000 people already, baby. We rocking
Right.
and rolling. Wait till the video hit and the world get a taste of that love. I'm telling you right now, the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy, along with the World Youth Championships, doing some incredible stuff. And if you don't know who you're talking to, this is my man Mark Bulduria, the director of the World Youth Championships. Not the subsidiary, not his secretary, not the intern, the director. Holla at your boy. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Mark.
I tell you what, man, it's nothing new. We're going a million miles a minute right now, man. It's insane. We've already had teams starting to be evaluated. A few teams have already signed up for the championships. We are now heading out to our registered leagues right now, and we're going to start making stops on those. We're updating the website. We've updated the rule book. We have revised rule book coming out as well. A lot of people out there who have been with us for years and who was here last year with us, screamed about some things that needed to change. And I want everybody to know we hear you. Although we can't do it right away, we heard you. And we went and revised the entire rule book system. And what we did was create a stronger event, not just for us, but for the integrity of it, for the safety of it, and for what everybody else was asking to do. So this year, one of the major changes we have is we are able to separate the travel teams from the league teams. So we actually have 3 divisions now. You have your weighted, your unweighted, and you have your travel teams. Weighted divisions go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. Your travel teams go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. And again, our weighted divisions are Mighty Mike Junior, Pee Wee, and JV. Okay.
Right.
Big news too. We just signed 2 teams. As I said, we just got the contracts and everything. 2 teams out of Panama this year.
Wow.
A 12 and a 14U team will be coming up from Panama, and we signed a multi-year contract for them. So on the international circuit, it's also starting to grow big.
You had teams coming from Canada last year. They came. Hey, look, they came prepared for the cold.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I've been getting a lot of messages. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of texts, and you know me, I answer everything. And one of the big issues is, that some people out there who are putting out the word that, oh, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold. You don't want to go up to the cold. And you know what? I say the same thing to everybody, but I want to take an opportunity now and say to everybody out there as well. This is football. This is football. And football is played in multiple weathers. I mean, you play from the hottest to the coldest to the wettest to everything else in between. And that's what's great about this sport. And, what I say to these coaches who say that to me, I say, Coach, all I can tell you is I hope that every one of your kids is drafted by the University of Florida. And that when they're playing away in Wisconsin, that the coach lets them stay home. Okay? At some point, you got to start getting used to the weather. At some point, you got to start playing real football. And I'm not saying that where the weather's different, it's not real football. But what I'm saying is,
that brings up a good point because a lot of times we talk about games and matchups, but a lot of times we don't take the weather into consideration. Some of the best playoff games and stuff in history played in windy weather, played in cold weather. So all that weather preference,
and up in Canton, man, it's a crapshoot, man. The first year when we had this, I'm telling you, in one day we had every weather across the board. We had blazing sun, we had winds, we had hail, we had snow, we had rain, we had cold, we had it all. Last year it was 60-some degrees. It was like, people were taking their jackets off in shorts. I mean, it was glorious that way too. But you know what? Here's one thing I did notice and something I do want to say. No matter what the weather is, no matter what the age group is, no matter what the division is, the kids come to play. And I have never heard a kid say to me, oh, it was too rainy. Oh, I didn't like the snow. You know what? Kid, I've never heard that. I've never heard that said. I usually hear from the mom or the grandma who's in the stands for a couple hours that.
Hit somebody slide 5 yards and all this be brown when you walking out. Yeah.
Well, you know, and here's another thing. Pretty soon, as the village starts to finish, you know, and we progress into that second stage, that second era of these championships, you know, there's going to be something to be said about playing out in the weather. Because when we have the indoor stadiums, when we're playing in the dome, when we're playing inside everything, and there's no more outdoor anymore, you know, you're going to have that argument on The Voice. It's going to say, I played in the championship when we had 16 inches of snow. It was minus 12 degrees.
Oh, hey, Mark, they calling me. Hold up, watch this. They calling me. We got somebody on the line.
Yes, it's Mama Lloyd.
Ah, Mr. Sean Lloyd. Calling in from Delaware. Craig, hey, look.
Yes.
Hey, Mark, did you watch the video I sent you, Marshawn?
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness, this is Mr. Sean's mom. I had a chance to watch Marshawn come down from Delaware and play in the Crab Bowl when he was wow, just like a baby. But that baby ran for 6 touchdowns in one game. Babies don't do that. Hey, all you saw was the camouflage helmet take off running, and my co-pilot's badge was like, we gonna start calling him hoorah, like the Marine Corps. Hey, look, got the pleasure to see him come down again in grassroots and play, and the great enough. This young man. Video was out there. If you haven't seen it on my page, you ain't seen it on the wall.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be viral already. My man broke the line of scrimmage, looked the 6-foot linebacker in the face, peeped the ground, and hurdled him. I've never been at a football game where everything just stopped for like 10 minutes. Everybody was like, hold up, did that just happen? Who recorded it? Hey, look, I'm real live. You remember the movie Semi-Pro?
Yeah.
The first time they did the alley-oop and everybody stopped and was like,
is that legal? Is he allowed to do that?
Yo, to see this young man continue on incredible grades, the commute from Delaware, doing so much great stuff, and now getting ready to lead the man to be a South Carolina Gamecock. I got his mom on the phone. Mr. Sean, talk to me, baby. I'm cool.
So beautiful introduction.
Oh my God. I'm sitting here having a conversation with Mark Durian, the director of the Champions. He missed having a chance to see Marshawn live, man. Tell us a little bit about the story, because I know some great people out here doing great things. Need to hear about what this young man is doing and been doing for a long time, especially out of Delaware. Come on, take your time. It's about you. It's up. Hey, if you want to take your time, hey, look, this Thursday night we here to talk about the throwback. We going from beginning to end, and we talking high quality football about an outstanding young man. Mark, tell us about Marshawn for those people. And the phone ring. You good, Mama?
First team that he dropped, never even put him on the team.
Wow.
He showed up as a family, as we did. Him play, and we see him on the sideline picking grass. We didn't have no idea that he had the ability that he had.
Yeah.
So the next we went to a different.
Right.
And once they
Wow.
It's over.
How old was he when he? How old was he when he came to the Crab Bowl, Ma?
I don't know.
I want to say that was sixth grade. I want to say but he's playing with the seventh graders.
Maybe that came to another chance.
Hey,
I
Mark,
don't even
I'm gonna send you the video.
necessarily.
Oh
I'm
my
telling
God!
you.
Hey, look,
And it,
Yeah.
Adrian
Yeah.
Peterson. Adrian Peterson in his prime. Adrian Peterson in his prime
wow.
mixed with Barry Sanders, bro. There's
Wow.
not too many kids. There's not too many kids that can run forward, full speed, hit a complete spin move, and never lose full progress. Kids,
Wow.
hey,
Wow.
I'm telling you, I got video. I look, everybody watching. I see the 8,000 views. I'm telling you right now. Hey, I got footage. I'm voicing it, yo. I'm telling you, my man is like that. Now,
Yeah.
tell me, I know it's a big decision for him to be. He picked South Carolina. The Gamecocks are excited. Hey, look, I got alumni that start hitting me up the minute they saw the footage, Ma, and saw the announcement. You know what time it is, young man. With the topic tonight being parental responsibilities and Mark being here as well, what would you say was the biggest thing you had to learn process from high school to now college and the conversation, the traveling? So many people get intimidated by it. You know what I'm saying, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But you know why I want to say to mom, I want to say is, look, a lot of kids with a lot of talent out there, and those kids and these talents only get so far sometimes because it really comes down to the support behind and an unconditional support from somebody like yourself, mom. Someone like yourself is a great factor in his success.
Hey,
If
look,
these kids don't have the discipline behind them, they don't have the proper guidance. The ending of these stories are different, and we've told them, we've seen them, we've been part
now,
of them. So as much
I
credit as goes to
like,
him and his skill level, I think, mom, you get just as much credit for his success as well.
hey, I gotta put it like this, Mark.
Thank you so much.
You my man. You my man, 50 Grant. You ain't never seen me exaggerate anything.
Nope.
I've seen some nice running backs in my time.
Yeah.
My man right here,
Yeah.
the most electrifying youngin' I've ever seen in my life. I'm not hyping it up. I can see
No.
the video recorded. Marshawn Lloyd on YouTube. I don't care what video you push play on, you'll be like, and then I'm gonna let you know right here. I got a visor on tonight, Mark. I know you calling in, you can't see. I got a visor on. But I'm gonna take my visor off to you because she did that thing. Hey, you got a lot of parents out here that struggle to do it. Moms did it and made the sacrifices and did what it took
Right.
to be in the position
Right.
to be
And that's
successful.
it definitely has been an ultimate,
Right.
making sure a lot of prayer and
Man,
making sure they continue that gospel. That's for everything else.
yeah, on the road, the whole time, bro. Hey,
That's amazing.
Grade
hey,
and be able to cope.
hey, Ma, this is what I'm gonna
You can't do
do.
the great thing, you can't do the other thing.
I know that's right.
I don't care how good you are in football, academics come first.
Yes, ma'am. Now look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set up a watch party because it allows me to do multiple videos together. And when we do this show, party, you'll be able to see the video that you just shot of his commitment. And then I'm gonna throw like a couple of his youth videos in just so you can see the I ain't ready to mess with me, baby. I got you, Ma. I want you to know you did a phenomenal job. I love you, support you. Whenever you need to come to Delaware, we got hooked up. You're on my wrist now.
Quite a few others, I'm an after. The same way in the video when you said, I think you need to get to the point. now he's at the top. And the crowd, it's that. So, the black
Man,
black is really,
thank you. Hey, Ma, I appreciate you coming on the show. We got to talk. And always, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a single mom out there and you looking to put your son on the right path, hey, I'm telling you, it takes a community, but they need that backbone. Ma, I take my hat off to you for being that backbone. And you got a young man here in South Carolina. I can't wait to see football right now. All right, Ma, you be good. Hey, Ma,
Yeah.
kind of stories I'm telling you about. These are kind of stories I'm telling you about the when that young man goes to be drafted. Hypothetically, I
Right.
put it up in the positive. If that young man go to be drafted, I can say I saw him from he was in the 5th grade. So, and it ceases to and is great taking care of
Right.
as the Hall gets ready to gear up for the camps that's coming on between the 9th and the 18th. Tell us a little bit about it, because I already know how it's broken down and some of the great coaches that's involved with the camp. As we continue to move around, we have great people we looking to bring to the table. We invite them to come up there, lead Pat and Pat the West. Who's watching? Maybe find out more. They calling me. You right? You co-hosting tonight?
Hey, you know what, Wayne? I was just up in Philadelphia with the Blackhawks.
Uh-huh.
They had their actually their national their end league dinner. They didn't have it last year, so they had it this year just now from last year to hand out their awards. So I had gone up to give them their medals for their regional championship. And up there, I was asked that same question about, you see all these different kids for all these years. You've coached for so long. They said, isn't it great to see their success when they have it? And be honest, Wayne, it's not the success, I don't think. I mean, for me personally, it's about the growth. You watch a kid come in at a fifth grade level, and you watch that kid grow. And then the biggest thing to me is when you see that kid come to a hurdle in either in playing or in off the field, and that kid overcomes that hurdle. To me, that's the greatest thing you can see. And being a coach or a mentor of it in any way, being part of that is the most phenomenal part. And that's one of the main reasons why I do what I do, because it's about seeing those kids come from being a child to a young man to a true football talent, and even being successful in life. That's the beautiful part of what we do. That's for sure.
And it's the best part about it all. And as we continue to move around and bring more kids and families aware of things, we got some great people that continue to pour in majorly. Like on the phone right now, I got a legend, an iconic legend. I'm introducing to you because I got another dude I want to sit down and talk to you with as well about that about the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the league and thing.
Okay.
My man, Mr. Coach Eno Campbell. Hey, so long, and behind that clipboard. Coach Campbell, how you doing tonight? You on voicemail?
Wayne, how you doing tonight, my friend?
Hey, I'm excited. I'm sitting here with the Pro Football Hall of Fame World Youth Championships director on the show, and I got Eno Campbell on the line. What more can you say when you see so many great people communing together in football?
We've all been blessed by this crazy game we call football.
I know that's right. Coach, now, I know the topic tonight was about parental responsibilities. We touched on it a little bit when we had a conversation last week. What's your take on it in terms of the parents' role and responsibility in helping their student athlete transition from high school to college?
As you know, I mean, it's before they get to high school. want to. Kids are so behind because they're lacking the things that they need. You spend a whole lot of time trying to catch them up, and now with a mission opportunity requirement,
Right.
rougher. Quite honestly, I mean, we should be in the profession getting these kids academically prepared as much as we get prepared for football. So the parents are have to be integrally involved in the academic piece. And they have kids when they trust them,
Right.
and they keep to listen to the preseason words of the coach in the middle of the season, the postseason, make sure that he's teaching them fully, he is correcting them fully. They follow the program, and you say success, you talk about them, and then keep their kids notice the grindstone.
Right. You know, I think it's interesting. Talked about it, like we said last week. But the way I want to start this conversation to Mark was along with the process of making sure you're educated on what's taking place with the counselor and the coaches. The importance of getting out to camps and combines and making sure you know where you are in your development stage is important during the process, right?
There's absolutely no doubt. The great things are working now. Trending towards different camps. I don't need to name which ones they are. I don't know if you want to promote them or not.
Right.
But at the end of the day, there's so many different camps out now that you're able to do. And then that information is then plus the entire community. Things up. Get into first year, you kind of track what your athletic ability is versus the other kids in your program.
Right.
Secondly, at that point, you got a decent idea academically how you're going to fit in. And at that point, you start about your top school. You really think you can put into that.
Right. Now,
then you kind of whip it down to the sophomore year. To your sophomore year, because they have those colleges. So the college at place I get starting to eyeball at you, look at you in person.
Now, you started to for that quality coaching. How could you imagine having a young man go over there secondary with a coach like Robinson? Back from quarterback coaching, Pete Metzlaw, these Hall of Famers, Bo Jackets out here doing this quality, doing some great stuff in the camp and combines. Right? I think that also point has to be done. You want to get quality teaching and teach them how to play the game correctly. And there's a lot of great people out here doing it. And I just happen to have, like I said, my man Mark here from the hall. But so many parents don't value that extra workout, that extra time on the field, as well as what's going on in the classroom. It's a serious commitment.
There's absolutely no doubt. Nowadays, one of the things I saw was just playing basketball, and I've basketball stuck up on the go
Right.
Kids are trained in their sport year round. So I think there's a little bit of skill. I think competitive movements of the same muscles all the time have their own issues. A lot of people are and they've done it everything. don't think
I think it's for
what or that every you know, and we feel that the parents are we're just trying to give them a little bit of
I know that's right. With the phone calls continue to come in, Coach, it's always a privilege and an honor to rap with you. For those people who listen home and
we had Dean Rudolph, Mary Campbell. I mean,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, the legend, the legend Coach Big Mark.
Yeah.
What a night already, man. Some great stuff taking place. I was a little disturbed this morning because I couldn't get a lot of the stuff I wanted done, information.
Right.
Everybody really took Monday off. You can tell. I just a lot of information started pouring to like Tuesday night. I was really like trying to figure out how to put this together. And by the time everything started, I was like, all the dates, everything's packed. Everything's packed. So now, something right now.
I'm not sure what you asked, man. You're cutting out on me there.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it is. Maybe I got a bad signal on this end. Hey,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, Big Mark. Let's talk.
Hey, one more thing I want to touch upon, okay? As we're talking about parents, we're talking about combines, we're talking about everything. You made the comment that, parents don't see the value in going to camps and combines and things like that. I think one of the issues is that they are so watered down to the point where there's so many out there that don't have a value to it. The other point being is that a lot of parents don't understand how this feeds into the future of their kids in this sport. There's a misconception, Wayne, where a lot of people think like, Wake Forest sends down their scout. He sits up in the stands during a game with a clipboard and he starts saying, Johnny ran this much. Johnny did this. Johnny did that. It's not like that anymore. And how do the camps, how do the combines feed into that? Well, your profile determines who looks at you. Your height, your weight, your speed, your lateral movement, all these things that these combines work on. They work for a result, and that result is to show your profile to be noticed. And when you fit that profile, now the schools say, okay, here's all the kids that fit the profile for this position. Now let's look at beyond that. The next question always is what's your GPA? How's the kid in school? Coach, what's his work ethic? What's his attitude? And when you're out there looking at camps, when you're out there looking at combines, when you're looking at anything else, you want to make sure that one of the things that your child is learning is a good work ethic, all right? Not for results, not to get his 40 time up another 0.8 seconds or something like that. But the fact is that no matter what he's doing, that he understands what he has, they call it me, what has to.
They call it famous, man. You famous.
How, and that's what we're missing a lot of. Everybody's always about putting what my son did on Sunday on the Facebook page and putting this up and putting that up. Really, what did your son do when the cameras weren't on him? What did your son do when the coaches weren't around? What did your son do when he was by himself? Because that's the difference between success and failure. Because as I always say, success comes in cans and failure comes in can'ts. So if you have the attitude, I can do anything and I can do it and I will do it, you will be successful. If you have that mentality that I only do it when the camera's on me and I only do what's asked for me when I have to, It doesn't work that way anymore. It doesn't. So as you parents are out there and you're looking for things, understand the core value of what your kids need. Because not every kid out there is going to be a football star. Not every kid's going to make it to the college or the pros. But what he can do with this sport is he can get the core values that'll make him successful in life. And that's the most essential thing that you can get out of this sport, and aligning yourself with great people. Here at the Hall, when we run the academy, we not just help the athlete, we help the kid as well. You know, we promote self-confidence, leadership qualities, those things that a kid can take into the real world and really make a change. Okay? So remember that going in. And remember that right around the corner, we just got ourselves about another month ahead. Hall of Fame Academy's coming up. All right? And if you want to see if you make the cut, if you want to nominate your son and see if he makes it, you go to ProFootballHofAcademy.com. Okay? ProFootballHofAcademy.com. Nominate your son for the upcoming. We'll evaluate it. And if so, he'll be up here with the likes of Gus Frerotte, Chuck Bresnahan, Charlie Ford, Chris Collins. I mean, we got everybody up here. We got them all. But better yet, it's not fun if we don't have you.
I got some 8th graders to come there and show out, man. You ain't said nothing. Just lick on top, so I'll tell you, hey, we're going to make it happen, Mark.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a great year up there. And I'll tell you this much, too. Tomorrow I'm leaving. I'll be in Pittsburgh this weekend and down in Southern Maryland as well. As the spring league finishes up down there, I got a special invite to do for them, a team that hasn't lost a game in 3 years. And I'm looking forward to meet with the coach and the team, and I'm looking forward to them being in the World Championships as well. Pittsburgh, we got a coaches retreat, and I'm going to try to get some film for you, Wayne. I'll see what we can do. Maybe I'll go live, or we'll do a watch party. But you know, I always got somebody in my pocket with me, so I'm not going to release that gift yet. But look out for like what's going on. This is the Hall of Fame registry. We're out here to help the leagues become better, and I tell you, when you see what we're doing for these leagues, it's going to blow your mind.
Definitely got to make that phone call. Got to holler at you afterwards, man. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out more, get in contact with my man, Big Mark. Hey, you don't have to go all the way around Robert Hood's bar. You can hit him right up at 856-883-1862. That's 856-883-1862. He will answer his phone. If you don't answer his phone, he will call you right back. That's my man. I'm telling you like that because it's true. If you want to find out more, let them know you saw it on you got voicemail, and you say, look, I want to talk to you a little more. Get that information. Talk to this young man and get yourself right. Put your son or your daughter in a situation to be successful.
That's right. And stay tuned because we got the national rankings coming up. And I tell you what, top 25 teams coming up in each age group. And spinning off of that, you're going to wonder where your team is, if you're on the bubble, if you're not. Well, we're going to be coming back out on the back end of that with the top watch list from each region through each state. See if your team made it. Come up to our website. Come up, follow Wayne and me. We'll keep you in touch and show you where to go. The Pro Football Hall of Fame's got great things coming down the road, but it doesn't work if you're not with us.
Hey, Mark. I was trying to get my man Omar Santana in the comments from the KCP Dolphins to come talk to me last weekend in the press box. And he was dealing with things and getting them kids out the sun. I ain't mad at him. The Dolphins got to make that trip up top.
They do have to make it. Omar, you do have to make it because don't do that to me. Don't do me like that. Omar, you were supposed to be there last year, and things just didn't work out. I tell you what.
They was in the
gotta be there.
They took care of it home. They brought it back home, but now, hey, they looking to see wider pastures, man, greater spaces, man. This great team right here, I'm gonna get a chance to check them out on Saturday. I'm gonna get some video and I'm gonna share with you, Mark. I might have to go live that game. Just for the people. Because y'all always hear talking about the KCP Dolphins, and none of y'all got the time to get out there and see it. Wise High School is the place. The boys are going to be on the ones and twos. Hey, look, it's going to be a party. They got the grill going and everything. Hey, Mark, I can't wait to holler at you a little later, but let's get this stuff together and Let's do it. I'm nervous, but I'm happy at the same time.
Hey, man, it's like Christmas Eve, you know? It's right around the corner pretty soon. We're ready to go.
You're going to catch me off guard. You're going to be like, yeah, here, check this out. Oh, wow, it's done. That's what's up. Hey,
Yeah,
kiss the wife, tell the kids I said what's up.
I will, man.
My bad. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Youth Championships Director of Operations, Mark Baldurian, play out this weekend. All right? Now, if I crack things up this weekend, bro, and they handle that business, you still got the MMFA championship games taking place at White Marsh on Sunday. 3 great games you don't want to miss. I'm going to tell you like this. Show us my name is Darion Dawn and the Weezy F. Beezy. Baby, great games are around the way. But before we talk about them, let's talk about what took place this weekend. As on the 8th grade level, the Metro Alliance faced off against the Maryland Falcons, and the Maryland Falcons got it done behind the running game of Tavion Robinson, not only picking up 78 on the offensive side, but got a key fumble recovery that put the game way out of reach as he sealed the deal running into the end zone for the Falcons. The Falcons come back and win the last 2 games behind the play of Tavion. Hey, he already got his gold ticket. He had the cat. On the 12U level, the District Heights Chiefs faced off against the Hamilton Football Tigers, and these 2 teams were 0-0 for 4 quarters. They had to go to overtime to get it done, and the Hamilton Football Tigers came away with it 6-0. This game was incredible. When you look at the 6th grade level and those younger players that are transitioning in between that 6th grade to 7th grade, 12U bracket, you know what I'm saying? Hey, quality football being played. Sky's the limit as they move up and get older. Also, on the 8th grade level, the Millersville Blue Devils came in and faced off against the Academy Crusaders. Many of y'all don't know about the Millersville Blue Devils, but if you hit them up on YouTube, you'll find out they're the team that fell short last year in the Snoop League Championships out in Cali by a very low margin. This team came back with a great incentive, and they playing straight smash mouth football and continued to get it done as they got past the Prep Academy Crusaders 34-7. Short work. They turn around and play this weekend, so I get a chance to see them this Saturday, and you do too if you make your way out to Wise High School. The first game starts at 10 a.m. and every hour on the hour until we are done. Last game is at 7. All day, great football action. Of course, your boy, the voice, gonna be in the press box. Sounding so lovely. You gotta get out here and enjoy yourself. The 4th game of what took place in Metro Maryland Football Alliance, 7th grade Hamilton Football Tigers faced off against the Prep Academy Crusaders. This was a great game, but came to an incredible end after a rousing interception. 13-6, Hamilton will advance and go to the championship game. Now, getting past the 6th and 7th grade, all stuff is good. Now we getting ready to talk about who's getting ready to do it in the MMFA championship game. These 4 teams that competed on Sunday were looking to see who would get that move to go on to the big dance. And the Showcase Sharks faced off against the Germantown Panthers. Germantown has been solid on all phases, offense, defense, and continue to be consistent. This consistency ran into one of the most red-hot teams right now in the Showcase Sharks. Not only did the Sharks come in and establish the run, the one-cut ability, they had an exhibition in the passing game as my man LJ Leftwich put on a show a la Antonio Brown, a la don't matter, you can't catch me. Out on the wing at receiver, man, was just incredible. If it was in the air, he coming down, he's like, I'm the one-man cold. LJ Leftwich, the only one going up with it, the only one coming down with it. Yo, LJ had a hell of a game. You can see some of the video on Voice Sports. We posted it out there for you to see and enjoy. This team got it done 20-0 over Germantown. And at the end of the game, I thought what was most poignant is while the teams were going to dap up, the Bowie One Bulldogs, who's been the heavily favorite, was making their way onto the field, And they started saying, hey, y'all next, y'all next. Not in a negative way, but to say this game right here is going to be a big one. You're going to have to get out and see it. White Marsh Park in Bowie, Maryland, right off 301. If you up in Crofton, you done went too far, boo. Turn around, use your GPS, and turn your radio off. Roll your window down. And when you hear the voice saying, ball on the ground, you in the right place. All right? Slide on through. Do what you do. As the Bowie One Bulldogs did come onto the field, unfazed by that, I might add, and handle business. They faced off against an HC Stars team, Howard County, led by, of course, the history maker Jeff Moody and T. White. The first time these two teams faced off, the HC Stars came in undermanned 13 players. They got ready to face off again. They came equipped to go at them. Hey, too much toast and Baba do it, man. The boogeyman come to get you, man. What can you say when you got a defensive tackle that already has the ability to shift from DT to right end and already has 3 fumble recoveries for a touchdown? He done caused the fumble or was dead to fumble with the line of scrimmage and has 3 touchdowns as a defensive lineman. The boogeyman, y'all. The boogeyman come to get you. Tosin Babadua having an incredible year. 39-0 over the HC Stars. So the Showcase Sharks will face off against the Bowie One Bulldogs. These two teams just this week alone put up 60 points on the scoreboard. I don't think 60 points is going to go up this weekend, but only you can tell when you see it for yourself. Make your way out to White Marsh Park and enjoy it. Also, some great events coming up as the Deer Summer Tour continues to move through your venue. We got like 5 people in the green room, yo. Let's see who's in here. Oh my goodness. Look, hold on, man. Just because I ain't hollered at my man. Y'all slipping in the joint, man. Y'all slipping, man. You talking about getting down with the best right here. Hold up. Ready? They must not be ready. Too hot as
ordinary diapers.
What's going on, Jim?
How's it going, Wayne?
A lot of good spring ball. Excited about what's going on. Man, what you got popping down there? I know Typha off the hook.
Well, you know, Typha just got done finishing up their spring bowl. The spring season is done. We had a great championship season and a great championship weekend. Unfortunately, I was not there. I had to take care of some personal matters instead. Take care of the wife, just had surgery again. So I stayed home and took care of her for the long Memorial Day weekend. But I did keep tabs on what was going on down there, and looked like it was a fantastic weekend, as it always is in McAllen, Texas. It was hot. It was hot. It was hot. Had I been down there and on this show here today with you, you probably would have seen it on my face. My face would probably have been nice and dark tanned. Because that's what happens to me every year I go there, and unfortunately, that usually starts my tanning season. And I'm late now. I'm late in my tanning season.
Like I told you in Alabama, you're channeling your inner dark skin. You're channeling it.
So now it's a matter of, it's the 25th anniversary for the Texas Youth Football Association. 25 years providing quality, competitive youth football for the youth here in the state of Texas. So it's going to be a huge season. Some great new teams that have come into the league that won the spring championship. You have to give a mention to the San Antonio Panthers. They call themselves the Crew, but it's actually the Texas Crusaders, but they go by the Crew. They won a championship as well, so they're off to a good start for the fall season. We'll see if that translates into the fall season, because it gets a lot tougher when it comes to fall football in Texas.
Man, hey, I can see the enjoyment on your face. Even though the season is coming to a close, this was just what you needed to just get the blood pumping, man.
You know, and it's like I said on the show last night on Typha Radio, The Zone on Typha Radio, Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. I take my usual hiatus after the spring season. So I take about a month off, and about mid-July, we come back live every week on Typha Radio as we start to highlight the new organizations that come into the league, We talked
Right.
to the returning champions from last fall season, and we just getting all the information, all the dates that need to be known that's coming up. In August, the month of August is spent doing nothing but player certification. Typha's got one of the greatest certification systems in the nation, probably. We don't have a lot of the issues you hear from other leagues about illegal players and things of that nature. Does it happen? Sure it does, because there's always going to be somebody who's going to try to get around the system. But the
Right.
thing that I can tell you about Typha is it gets found. So you may get away with it for a little bit, but not for very long. So August is spent all over the state of Texas doing certification. And then, of course, last week in August, beginning of September, here we go. The fall season, it's on.
Right.
It is time to get busy, and as some people like to use the term, it's time for the click clack.
Right. I would definitely say this season, while there was some very exciting football, this spring I saw more first year players really getting significant time, and I think it just adds to it as many of the seasonal players that may have been playing 7-on-7 or just took the spring off to get themselves together. This fall is going to see some epic football on the youth level in a lot of different places, and it's going to be interesting to watch. How else can you hear it from any of y'all?
Yeah, the spring season to me has always been that ability to take those players that played in the fall previously, didn't get a whole lot of playing time, particularly in the competitive leagues where there is a no you will play rule, which is like Typha. But this is an opportunity for those kids to get those extra reps. Maybe your top skilled players are playing 7-on-7. Maybe they're running track, they're playing baseball, they're doing other things. It's an opportunity for these kids to get those reps and get themselves better. So when they go to the next season into the fall, they're that much more quality of a player coming in. So when you got a player that goes down, it's easy to look at your bench and say, you're up. And they're prepared and ready to do it. Now, I hear the arguments of people talking about football being all year long, particularly here in Texas, that, it's not good for a kid to do that. It's not good for a kid to do this. And I understand and I get their reasoning. But at the same time, I look at it as a whole. If my child comes to me and says, I'd rather play football in the spring than do baseball or anything else, am I going to say no and make him part of a team and be able to learn those life lessons, being on a team, being coached, being coachable? Or am I going to say, no, you're not going to do that. Just stay at home and play Xbox?
Wow. Fortnite, yep.
No, I would much rather than be out there and continue to learn, get some good quality coaching, which is key. You got to find the right team with the right kind of coaches.
Right.
But I would rather have my kid being involved in sports than getting in trouble sitting at home, being bored, trying to find something to do, and getting into the wrong kind of atmosphere.
Outstanding, yep. I totally agree. For many of you tuning in and watching at home and don't know who you're listening to right here, this is my man, the voice of type of football, man. My man Kenny Long is everywhere. Mr. Friday Night Types, everything you want to know about great football played in Texas. I've had the privilege of working with Kenny, and he's an incredible guy. If you haven't found out, make sure you go and hit him with a friend request or follow him. Check out his show. He airs every Wednesday. As always, NYSR. Hey, look, watch this, Kenny. See if I'm good. See how good I am. See how I'm not good. Ah! Lord, I'm cheating. 979-353-4421.
Well, see, remember now, Wayne, I changed the format. NYSR, we changed the format. Now, I still have that number. I still have the ability to use that number, maybe as a guest caller, things that are of that nature. But those of you that have been watching NYSR here the last few weeks, the shows that I've been doing, you've seen the new format. It's a bit bolder. No, it's not a bit. It's much bolder. It's in your face. We're hitting the hot topics. And it's more of a editorial, I guess you can call it, to be nice. Okay. If you didn't catch it last week, you should have listened, because we were talking about. I kind of got off the coach thing The coaches that are kind of beating their own chest. You see them all over social media. They're holding the trophy, talking about how great of a coach they are. I am the best 8U coach in Atlanta. I'm the best 8U coach in Florida. I'm the best 9U 9U coach in Texas. But yet you see no pictures of the kids. No mention of what the kids did on the field to win that championship. Yeah, it's almost like saying that coach went out there and won that championship.
Oh,
That,
yeah.
You made the tackles. You scored the touchdowns. You did it all. But I kind of got.
I see.
Yeah,
You
well,
going
I
after
kind
the
of.
elephant in the room. I see.
Yeah, so I kind of got off the coaches this week, but I went after the parents.
That's
Adult.
the topic of tonight.
Yeah, adults in general ruining youth sports because they can't control their emotions. Because a father who gets upset because he thinks his kid ain't getting no playing time ends up jumping over the fence to attack his own coach physically. It's absolutely ridiculous. This has got to stop. It's ruining youth sports. It's going to kill youth sports if they don't stop this. It's got to stop. We've got to find a way to curb this kind of action. And I've had several different options that have been given to me. One, here in Texas, they're wanting to create a consortium with every league in the state of Texas to come together and come to an agreement on how they're going to handle unruly parents, to where if a parent gets in a physical altercation with a coach, a referee, another parent, what have you, that parent, the family, and the player get removed and banned from that league, and the other leagues are notified, and they will be refused to be able to play in those leagues as well for that entire year.
Has it really gotten to that point, though, Kenny? Has it really gotten to that point that you got to do that with parents? Not kids, parents.
Right. But see, here's where I have the problem with that. I don't have a problem with it.
I was watching a video the other day, kind of disturbed me. People look at me like I'm crazy, but anytime you see an altercation taking place on the field and you see kids pulling adults off,
yeah,
at some point in time you start going,
why?
Joe, come on, man.
Why? So it's
tough to say. It's tough to say as a parent. Do as I say, do not do as I do.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give these examples.
I have a whole other concept. I mean, as you know, I work in a college. I work in a trade school, and one of the things that I've always, as a director, as a manager, what have you, everything I've always told my team is we're going to lead by example. We are going to lead by example. So
now look, Kenny. Hey, Kenny, I gotta lead by example too, because somebody was calling me and they on the phone right now. Who we got on the line?
Mr. Fox.
Oh my goodness! Hey, what's going on, Danny?
What's happening?
Hey, Mark, my man Danny Fox played for the Maryland Outlaws and wore the sacred number 69. Sacred. You know what I'm saying?
Sacred.
Hey, sacred. Hey, and after playing with the semi-pro team, he went and embarked on something totally different. Dane, tell us a little bit about what you're doing right now. I know Kenny Thud in here.
We are running a 4-cylinder dirt car. We run the SDRA rules, and we travel basically the whole East Coast.
A 4-cylinder dirt car. Out that joint getting it in, Kenny. With the good 6.9 on the door. Safe.
Always.
I hope it doesn't rain.
Hey, I think that's the best races in the rain. I think rain don't stop the No, man.
Yeah, it rained on us the first 3 weekends, but we've been getting them in now. So,
man, hey, look, Danny,
much better.
I want to be able to have a great conversation with you about it and go into more detail so some more people can come out and check that out, because I'm definitely trying to put something together with that car right there. We got to put some more colors on it. Can we talk about that? We can talk about that like tomorrow morning.
Yes, definitely.
Let's talk about that tomorrow morning on air. Let me hit you back. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right, my man. Yeah. Now imagine a car going around the track.
Yeah.
That thing say, "Voice Sports" up the side. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hey, might make your head blow off. Look, man. You gotta look at different things, man. I was just taken away at how so many different walks of life not only come into the game in the sport of football, but once they come into it, they go in different ways. I had a young man, Josh Johnson, play running back for the Loudoun County War Eagles. When I met him, he was like, "Man, I'm great quit. I don't even want to play." I was like, "Sir, you one of the fastest kids out here." I, in fact, started calling him Biker Boy. Found out later that's what he did. He rode the BMX bike.
Yeah.
Hey, look, full motocross. Shorty was like, "Look, I'm ranked." Like, look, for him to call me and tell me he getting ready to go to Furman University on a football scholarship, I was like, bro, hey, and keep riding your dirt bike. So great stuff. I mean, just stories after stories of how people play football and they go into different places. You see some go to boxing, some go to wrestling. What would you say in all your covering football, especially football, what was the strangest sport you ever seen a kid branch off and go?
I don't know if I would say it was strange, but someone that plays football was really good at football. Once they got to high school, kind of transitioned out of football and started playing golf.
Golf?
And, yeah, I mean, here you go. You go from one of the meanest,
golf?
baddest sports in the world to playing golf.
Hey, you know what? I can dig that though. I can dig that.
Yeah.
Hey, I would argue that, and then I looked at Tiger Woods' check. Yeah, that's a good move.
Exactly. I don't know anybody that's done anything crazy sport-wise, like becoming the next ping pong championship or badminton championship or whatever. Well, actually, I know quite a few that probably went from playing football to being the beer pong champion, but I think we can all relate to that at one time or another.
Yeah, possibly. Man, hey, Kenny, for many people watching at home who want to get a chance to follow you, tell them how they can hook up with you and how they can hear the show. I know you're doing everything on Wednesdays now. Tell us a little bit about it so they can follow you.
Well, of course, NYSR National Youth Sports Radio, the Kenny Long Show, is on Tuesday night starting at 8 p.m. That is back. I've been back for the last 2-3 weeks now. It's been a great shows. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the topics that we have. If you have ideas for topics, something you want to talk about, you want to hear what my opinion is going to be, because trust me, there's some opinions that people ain't liking, but that's all right. That's why I do it. You can email me at nationalyouthsportsradio@gmail.com and send me your topic information. If you enjoy the topic I talked about and you want to leave a comment, what your thoughts are, I take those emails as well. Email me at nationalyouthsportsradio@gmail.com. And I go back at the beginning of the show, I recap last week's show, and I read off any email comments that I received for that. So if yours might be one of the ones that they get read off. So by all means, jump on there and do that. Wednesday nights on Typha Radio, 8 p.m. Central Time. It is the Zone on Typha Radio. That's where we're talking nothing but specifically the Texas Youth Football Association. So if you're interested in what's going on here in Texas, interested in what's going on with the Texas Youth Football Association, that's the show to listen to, because that's all we're talking about there. And of course,
can you hold up, man? I need to know about them undefeated teams. Who down there doing good? Who might not be undefeated but play like they should be? Come on, hold it out.
I'm not holding out anything. I tell you what, there's a team that you want to pay attention to is the Cornerstone Youth Sports Warriors, better known as the San Antonio Predators. They won the spring championship down there. That is a 13 to 14U team. Something to keep your eye on to see if they are able to stick together and continue competing. I think they're heading to Houston for a big tournament, I believe. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So they're fixing to try to run Houston out of their own city. down over there. So a lot of great things going on here in Texas. Of course, you got Texas Sports Radio Network, TSRN, high school sports. I'll be looking to cover some high school football here in Dallas. It's already been talked about. I'm hoping that we can get it finalized, that I will be the voice of Little Elm football, as I'm already the voice for Little Elm baseball. We're hoping to pick up the football and possibly even the basketball. I'd love to do all sports there at Little Elm.
Rewind the video, man. You be talking sound like a commercial. I don't know.
Got a lot of
on the stats or go get my credit card.
I got a lot of things going on, man. I'm working hard out here.
I'm like, man, I don't know if this is why I'm supposed to get my credit card number. Man, Kenny, hey, look, you run that thing off sound like a straight commercial on TV. I gotta get that down.
Well, you know what, Wade? Now that you mention it, hey, send me an email at nationalesportsradio@gmail.com. If you've got a business you want to commercialize, you want to sponsor NYSR, I've got my own production studio. I can voice it, I can script it, I can produce it, put music behind it, whatever you need. 15-second, 30-second, 1-minute commercials. Hit me up. We can definitely get you hooked up.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You see that? That was like Magic Johnson. Just and he came out with Michael. Yeah, that's how you do it. Alley-oop.
You like that segue? Yeah.
Always. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my man. As always, hey, when you talk about the two hottest announcers this side of the equator, don't be a hater. You talk about Kenny Long, your boy Voice all day long. Hey, Kenny, man, you be good. The show Wednesday. If I can't wait, man. I get to come on there. The top 25. The college top 20.
See that's Tuesday nights. That's Tuesday nights.
Okay. This year we gotta do those.
Yeah, we'll start setting it up again.
What I gotta do, let's do those.
All right, we'll do.
All right, my man.
Have a good one.
Ladies, that's the man right there, King Long, baby. King Long, baby. Hey, look, we having a big night here tonight. Everybody cutting up and yeah, we having us a good old time. Hey, doing this thing on a Thursday night. I haven't done it like this since the podcast. You to come through, and it's just getting better and better. Give me some tunes, please. Let's see who we got in the green room. We got people in the green room. Hold up, man. We got KCP Dolphins in the green room. You are enjoying. You got voicemail. That's right. The Thursday throwback, the evening edition. We going at it with some of the best around the country, keeping it funky. And right now, it looks like we might be having a chance to talk with one of the KCP Dolphins' own. Oh, look, come on, man. Come on, man. What's up, Big O?
What's up, big bro? How you?
Hey, I can't complain, man. A lot of great football on the brain. I see some big things coming up this weekend, playoff football, and them Dolphins.
Yeah, man. Not just my squad, but man, our whole program is in the playoffs this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Except our 9U actually got a bye. They advanced straight to the championship. So man, so far good spring for the Dolphins.
Hey, it's going up. They all going like that.
Yeah, man, we trying.
I know you heard me a little earlier. I was talking to my man Mark. I said we was out at Oxon Hill, and I was calling. I was like, man, come on, somebody tell Coach, come in. Tell Coach, come in. I said, I gotta holler at you, man. You be on the move, boy.
Nah, man, like that Saturday, man, it was so hot out there, and man, we actually ran out of water because I try to give all the boys water before the game. So we was drinking water and we ran out and they was cramping. They started cramping and stuff. So we was trying to get them to the air, to the cars and stuff in the air. You know what I'm saying? Because, we only rolling like 12 deep for spring. You know what I'm saying? So they more important than the football thing to me anyway.
Man. So what's up with this matchup this weekend? I know everybody was out at the grill eating hot dogs and everything. I know you was in the lab because I was in the lab.
Yeah, man. Nah, I stay in the lab. I watch everybody. I'm a fan of youth football. So everybody from your top ranks, me and my brother, we was watching ABA yesterday. You know, we fans of youth football. You know what I'm saying? Because right now it's innocent. You know, the parents. I mean, not the parents, but it's a lot of political stuff in it. But right now it's just innocent. So, but yeah, I definitely was in the lab. We got Pax City Raiders. I think that's how you say the name.
Pax City.
Yeah, Pax City. We played them. We played them before. We actually played them 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the way we tell our squad though, we don't sleep on nobody. You know, just because you might have got the first game, don't necessarily mean you're gonna get the second game. We just hit the road and prepare better for the second game. You know what I'm saying? And we just explained to them like our motto is earn tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you see me post that a lot because that's what we tell our boys, you have to earn tomorrow.
Man, some powerful stuff going on. And as we continue to watch the development of this KCP Dolphin organization, I just want to say, man, I take my hat off to you guys doing an incredible job over there. The success is definitely a result of great seeds planted, and you really start to benefit the fruit of the harvest when you start seeing the results every weekend like this. I know I'm going to see you out on the football field on Saturday, man. I just want you to let the players know from the voice, hey, you holler at them tomorrow. I wish them all luck. I want to see them do some great things.
Oh no, they all said they coming to the booth to mess with you. They said they all coming.
Hey, party then. Let's do that. We make it look.
You know, they ain't seen you since homecoming, so they coming to see you. So.
Hey, no, that sound like a winner indeed, man. Y'all gonna handle business this weekend or what?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, the plan. That's always the plan, to handle business. But you know, my motto is you ease into it. You never put your foot in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because if I sit here and tell you, oh, we're gonna blow them out, and then we lose, then I look like I'm an idiot. So, you know, my motto is we gonna ease into Saturday. We gonna prepare for Saturday. We not worried about no championships. We not worried about Ocean City right now. We just worried about Saturday and this Raiders thing, you know. But besides that, I just want to give a shout out. Huh?
I heard about the Dolphins slide down Ocean City.
Yeah, man. You know, it's some boys and my parents, man. They been rocking heavy with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pleasure / business trip. You know, we really not tripping off what happened in Ocean City. Is more or less just having fun. You know what I'm saying? And keeping the boys together. But yeah, I mean, we trying to get our whole organization to come up to Ocean City. So. But yeah, man.
Oh man, that's gonna be dope.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to the entire KCP community, the whole fan base, the families, the people that support us. I'm not just talking about my team. I'm talking about the whole org. We are a very tight knit group, and we all support each other, and we put pressure on each other. I was just talking to my 9U coach earlier today, and you know, we just put pressure on each other, trying to make each other better. So from 6U all the way up to 11U, man, it's a blessing to be a part of these guys and just be able to help. So I really take my hat off to the whole staff and our president, Walt. He's doing the best he can. He's getting better and better. So yeah, man, that's my man. That's he doing his thing, man.
Big Walt Couzens fan. We was down there at the homecoming, man. He's like, baby, come on, whatever you want, I got you. I was like,
yeah.
Hey, you see good people like that, man. You just have a great time, man. I love what you guys are doing. I look forward to seeing you. I know it's coming up, so now I'm doubly hyped about this weekend. Man, hey, appreciate you. Keep doing what you do, man. You shine a light to a lot of great kids out here.
You.
Hey,
man, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you later on.
Hey, tell the people how, if they want to be a Dolphin, how to find you, man.
Well, right now, I'm Omar Santana on Facebook. I'm Omar Santana on Facebook. I post all day, every day, so you can't miss me. Also, you know, you can just come to the field. We right across from the New Fairmont Heights High School. We directly across the street from them. Just walk up, ask for Coach Gene or Coach Chop or Coach Nat, Coach, any coach. Everybody be able to help you. To be honest, right now, I think we might, don't quote me on this, but I think we might have the cheapest fall registration in the area right now at just $100. We work. That's something we've been working on because we really, in the future, we want it to be free. But right now, just the cost of these leagues and stuff like that, we have to do it at $100. But I still believe that in our area alone, we are the cheapest right now. So I mean, just come on out and check us out. And like my post said earlier, just give somebody from KCP a chance. And I promise you, this is my word. I promise you that you will not be disappointed. And I'm talking about from 6U coaches all the way through. You would not be disappointed in your child's development, growth as a human, as a person, or as an athlete. So just give us a shout out, man.
Hey, I'm excited. I know a lot of great things continuing to take place, man. I'm just hyped for you, baby. Hey, I can't wait. I'll see you Saturday, all right?
No question. I see you Saturday, big bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got a chance to holler at him yourself. Hit my man up at Omar Santana here on Facebook if you want to be a KCP Dolphin this fall. Now, we've been rocking for a minute now, and I'm getting ready to shut this thing down. Is in there calling me. Hold up. Can't lie. See, look, if I don't take her, it's going to be if I don't answer the phone with she on it, it's going to be a problem. That's right. Got to talk to her. Look, this voice, man. Look, yo, what's up, AD?
Hey, what's up?
Man, you know me, man. I'm just trying to keep it going, man. So much stuff taking place, phone calls and meetings during the day. I had to break out the joint tonight, man. I had to do it.
You just went black.
Uh-oh, she got a phone call. See, they be calling her. That's what happened to you, the AD. That's what happened to you, AD. They be calling you. Look, AD.
Right.
Look,
Okay.
your great friend. They calling you.
Nah. I don't know what that was.
I don't look at your visor. I don't look at your visor. Come on.
Oh, man, I'm just finishing up on practice at workouts at Athletic Republic today. You know, it's volleyball, always volleyball. This summer, we just kind of finished talking as coaches. Well, I guess I'll leave that on so you won't think I'm talking to somebody in the dark. Starting next week, for any player, male or female, that's middle school or high school, and the DMV that wants to play volleyball, we are having a summer league for the first time that's really offered in Prince George's County, and it will go for 8 weeks. It will go for 8 weeks, and all you need is minimum 8 players on a team. And if you don't have 8 players, just come and we'll place you on a team. So if there's anybody, girl or boy, male or female, you know, middle school age or above, you know, you can in high school, then you can come and play some volleyball. Like I tell every basketball player that get cut, like I say, the gym be full of males trying out, 80 people trying out for 12 slots. The other, when you get cut, the other 68, what are you doing? You don't do anything, you know? So I'm like, I'll give yourself an opportunity to try something new. And I know as a volleyball coach in high school, and a club, I get requests from probably 30 universities a year that's looking for male ball players.
Right.
So until we start understanding that it's a viable sport for males, then it's going to be difficult to kind of, especially in the DMV, we got to kind of give them an opportunity to play that. You know, they get real excited after they see it on the Olympics and all the bang, 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 bang. Then they get excited. I can't get them out the gym. But it's all good. So that's happening at Athletic Republic starting next week. The maximum cost for a player is $20.
Okay. Athletic Republic is located at 6417 Marlboro Pike.
Marlboro Pike, the old run and shoot. If anybody don't know about it, the old run and shoot. That's what it is.
Athletic Republic, man.
It's Athletic Republic. It's the old run and shoot building per se.
It ain't nothing like running.
There's a lot of great things going on in there right now. And I have it. That this what they're doing is very new to what was ever been in there before, which is a great thing. Yep. So that's
shout out to
one.
and Miss Bonnie McCain. Yo, they doing their thing over there.
Yeah.
I said, Brandon, you be careful out there, mama.
I know. So I'm sitting here. I'm just in the car right now. I just got to get settled because I got to get ready to type an email. So I said, let me not answer, the phone. Let me not drive. Let me just stay here for a second.
I'll get back because we got the invoice to put together. And I know you got the party. You must have partied out on me on Monday or something. I ain't messing with you, man.
No, I called you twice and you did not answer your phone. I called you twice. I called you through through message and your phone, and it went right to nothing. I was like, okay, he must have fell asleep. I don't know. I know.
It was hot Monday. I was just right chilling.
Man, my big bean was something to scream for. I was like, oh, I'm gonna slap my own mama. My fucking joints.
We got so much stuff going on, Ma. You got. I want to sit here and talk to you a little bit about the amazing Amicus going down to Ocean City. This Top Dog thing is already a foregone conclusion. The playoffs are taking place tomorrow at Wise High School. If you got some time to slide through, check out some. On Saturday. On Saturday. No,
okay,
on Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday.
Okay, you said tomorrow.
No, Saturday, man. You don't play no football on no Friday, man.
Hey, you don't ever know Friday night lights. Yeah, I don't know, something might happen. Around here.
I take that back. You might be right, but nah, Saturday. The game starts at 10 o'clock. Last game is at 7. Each one is an hour on the hour, so get a chance to check it out. And then two, everything's already pretty much set to go. You going to Kansas City, man? Talk to me about that.
Okay. Is that this month? That ain't this month.
C2C Showcase.
That's not this month. That's next month. All right, Nick. I'm sitting right now with my planner. You see that, right?
Yeah, I know.
This month,
see, I got my
going to be crazy. Look, because right now, for me,
and my Palm Pilot,
yeah, I just transfer stuff over because I got to see the calendar as a whole. All right, so for this month, for me, this Saturday I'll swing through Wise after I got a couple of things due in the morning, over at Flowers, and then on the 15th I will be here at Athletic Republic. They're having a middle school hoops called Mad Hoops.
Okay.
Tournament that weekend.
Okay.
Made Hoops. Over here, so I'll be doing a seminar on transitions and compliance. Understanding the whole difference between public and private transfer policies and different jurisdictions, and just kind of like what's the expectation when you go from a middle school program, even though you might be an elite player, what does it look like now going to high school? Because expectations change, responsibilities change, and how to manage it. So that is what I'll be doing, as well as, of course, the sports safety piece. That is happening on the 15th and 16th. Then the following weekend, the 21st and 22nd, 23rd, is of course Ocean City.
Right.
I gotta get my my lemon and tea for that. That's gonna be a long weekend. Yeah, so I'm sitting there. I'm just gonna do what The Voice would do in large capacity. We're gonna have the media day on Friday when I get there. When we get there, so we're gonna do that. Do some shout outs because I gotta be able to get to know the personalities, the players, the teams. A lot of them coming from new places. So just have a little outlook on them, and then just gonna have some fun. Do the recognition, whole 9 yards.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can hook you up. You get there about the same time. I'm gonna see if I can hook you up with the KCP Dolphins, because I know you're gonna see them down there as well. It's always good to have familiar faces in football places. Be like, yeah, I know them. Yeah, there's a lot of good teams gonna be down there. I'm excited about it.
So I'm gonna hit up Kenny, so I will know what the layout is. So I just got to get the itinerary so I can do it, make the best time, and make sure everybody, all the teams represented, have a chance to come through the media day format. Yeah, okay. That's all. I don't want to try to catch everybody in the lobby. What team you went? I don't want to do that. I want it to be a formal thing. You know how I do.
Hey, you know what? That reminds me. I gotta get Coach K. I gotta get Coach K straight. I gotta get Coach K straight. I'm ready to hook him up. I'm ready to hook
Okay.
him. Ready to hook him up so y'all be good to go. Be cool down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh,
And then
excited.
Kansas City. And then Kansas City. Look, I'm just glad we're not going in this month because these freaking damn tornadoes all over the place. I wasn't going to be Dorothy.
By the way, you ain't scared no tornado. That's just
Yes, I
a,
am. Yes, I
that's
am,
just
because I ran a tornado in my little Hyundai or in Kitty's Hyundai when I was in Ohio in college. And so I understand. I felt the force of them damn winds. I don't play with no tornado.
so you respected it, huh? Okay.
I respect the wind and I respect water.
If, if you feel like that, then I'm concerned too. So yeah, I'm glad it's not this.
You know
Yeah,
what my thing is, though, Wayne? I was just curious, with all these weather advisories and things like that, how many people have a formal weather plan?
all of them.
Tornado
You
plan.
gotta have it. You gotta have it. I think
I'm talking
we
about,
ran into this issue down in Alabama too. Remember?
huh?
We ran into that issue down in
Yes.
Alabama. How all this stuff supposed to go.
But you remember how it went down, though, right?
Right.
You
Yeah.
remember how it went down? That was too much conversation. Not a whole lot of, and I'm like, wowzers. And so I just wonder, do people really consider having that formal plan, knowing that people got to know where to shelter in place at? And if there's not, you can't sit there and say, don't get under the bleachers because that's not a place to be.
Hey, look.
So again, I just want to say to people, get your emergency plans ready for any type of event, whether it is tornado, the sun, all that environmental stuff, a hurricane, weather don't play. And you can't beat Mother Nature.
Hey, look,
so you need to make sure you put effective plans in place and you let the teams and the families know before they arrive so that they will know what to expect. They will have an idea. Maybe I need to take this. I need to take that. Some supplies that they may need. Don't just sit there and say, y'all got to shelter in place. So I was just been wondering about that because these storms been coming through very fast.
How about we get the state protocols out and find out what they are? Because our people don't do their due diligence until they get the T-shirt and actually do it. You also go to the website www.thsmg.org and order your due diligence. But let's talk about it. Let's get the people. Let's get the information together and tell the people on the show what it should be. And then that way, from league to league, they'll know at least a basis of what they should do. You want to put that information together? When you want to talk? Because I know you be busy on Monday. I know you be busy on Monday with that Pandora's Playbook. You be busy with the playbook.
Okay, now, my Pandora playbook between graduations, proms, and banquets and things like that. We got off a couple of weeks and with the holiday on Monday, but we're coming back we'll be back on Monday at 5:00. And our topic we're going to discuss, because this month of May was Mental Health Month, even though I know it's going to be June, but it's Mental Health Month. But what we want to discuss is sports psychology and when it should be implemented in sports. We know as colleges and or the pros, sports psychologists are available. They're available. However, when is it that a child should be introduced to the concept to be able to understand and manage the stress of athletics? Or is it that the parents need the freaking sports psychology so they can keep their brain in order and understand what it's really about and don't lose focus? So that is going to be the conversation on Monday. I want everybody to come in on that one.
There's a lot of people that can't even accountably lose focus because they have no clue what to focus on. Most of them walking. Come on, I have to speak for the ones that are just, excuse me, you got to give it to them in Gerber form. But there are some that sit there and do their homework. Don't get twisted. I know there's some that's ahead of the game, but there's a lot of mamas out here that all they do is go to work and go to church. What little Tommy come back and say he needs $30, I'm gonna give him 40. That's the extent of their research into things. So those people are the ones that I'm starting to run into a lot more than anything else. I do know sometimes they be pulling my leg to my man. I ain't know. Yeah, okay. but some people you can tell just clearly it's not their bag. They got their cup of tea. So it ain't like information that's being spewed on open media on a regular basis. So what happens is a lot of times these parents get tidbits and pieces from a coach here, a parent here, a friend of another kid there. An uncle swore he played 74, and nah, they ain't doing that because I played on the championship team in 81, and that's how we did it back then. So they not doing it that way now. I said, 81, bro? It's 2020. What is you talking about? You know, so it's a lot of people that fall in between the cracks is what I'm trying to say. So
well, they are, but at the same time, that's why, again, nobody, mental health and sports is never really ever discussed until athlete attempt suicide. They all of a sudden get more depressed from going to practice versus enjoying practice or the game. Because of, again, like the stress and the pressure and the lack of balance that they have in their lives. And then again, we know that the stats say that by age 13, many youth drop out because of, one, for parents, and two, because of the fact that they just lose interest because they already burn out. So what happens when an athlete does burn out? What do they do next if they never known anything different than going to practice and going to games? I know for myself, it's difficult, when you physically want to do something or you get injured, you physically want to do it, but your body won't let you. Right. A lot of depression happens for athletes like that, and their grades begin to suffer during that time period. So but guess what? In our high schools, we don't have them go to the counselor and talk about the sports and the fact that they can't play right now. And when they're most of the times the parents are saying, you're going to be all right, you'll be back out there soon, or the parents will force them back out there soon or put them out there back too soon because of lack of understanding that it is a physical and a mental component to rehab, Right. So that's another part of the discussion. So that's what Pandora's Playbook is going to come with on Monday. But for the month of June, we need all the males because we're going to focus on men for the month of June. Now, because it's June, we're going to take a look at males that are, of course, role models. Back in the day when Charles Barkley said we ain't no role models. Why do you think, that was a thing that, that's always said. However, coaches are role models. So we want to talk to the male coaches in regards to that. We want to discuss the topic of the woman behind the man that is supporting the man and who is coaching and then understanding the responsibility, not saying you better get yourself home by 6 o'clock and practice just ended at 5:30. You ain't getting them drive time, because I can say from being a coach's wife, or a head coach's wife, that doggone, he need a good supporting staff in order for him to be able to leave when he's supposed to leave. Everybody can't leave at the same time. That phrase that talk about toxic masculinity. You heard that phrase, right? You heard that?
Masculinity.
Toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity is when they see that athletics create and is contributory factor in making males aggressive, but we teach them to be aggressive, but we don't teach them to turn it off.
Oh, okay, I get you. The psychological.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, but it's a lot of research out there about that. So I definitely want to have that conversation. Just kind of, like I say, definitely need some males to chime in. And then the thing with the dynamics of men coaching female athletes.
You had that conversation with Miss Andrea?
Miss Andrea?
The one from Maryland. It wasn't Adrielle. It wasn't Audrey.
You talking about Adrian? You talking about from Howard?
Adrian! Yo, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's coming with Pandora's Playbook. So all males, so we got to push that. So I want males to chime in on that conversation because it's about them. Because I know we focus a lot on the women for May, but then we're going to focus on the men. And then, but all these topics are relevant to both genders because, right, as a mother, you are a mother of a male. but we got to understand what the industry is saying about our children.
You know what? Hey, look. You know what? Let me go ahead and put this out here now because I know I'm around positive-minded people. I need to holler at Twilight. I think the month of June we should just wear the powder blue and to be signify that prostate cancer. Yeah, we wear the powder blue. Everybody break out the pink for the ladies. Why don't y'all pull out the powder blue for the players? You know what I'm saying?
That'll work. That sounds good.
Get some powder blue voice board shirts done. That'll work for me. I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, look, Mom,
Monday at 5 o'clock.
Huh?
I was saying Pandora's Playbook Monday at 5.
If they want to get in contact with you.
On Facebook is Pandora _Playbook on Facebook. Okay. Of course, me, Laverne Champion Amaker. You can get in contact with me via Facebook, and as well Tiffany Miller Bevins as partner in crime on Pandora's Playbook. She's that's where you can contact her at any point. So please, you want to chime in on the topics, and if you got to feel you want to be one of the panelists, to kind of really, you might have a great experience with any of the topics that we're gonna talk about. Go ahead and hit us up, and that's that so far. That's it. I mean, that's a lot I just gave. You know?
Well, I'm 10% on this tablet, so that means the show is just about done. Excited to talk to you, Ma. If you got some time tomorrow, let's kick it. I definitely want to talk about those safety protocols in terms of the weather, so that the people watching the show will have an idea, at least what they should be taking place, and how things should be done. Okay,
that'll work. Tomorrow probably won't be good, but we could definitely probably kick it on. Do something either maybe Saturday or either Monday. Monday would be better.
Let's shoot the video Saturday at the field. There we go.
Lordy, okay.
Hey, y'all got the hookup now. Now you got another reason to come to the field because we're gonna be talking about a lot of good stuff out there at Wise High School. Thank you, Mom.
Oh, I also want to put a challenge out there. Next week is CPR and AED Awareness Week.
Okay.
I'm putting a challenge out there to all leagues, all coaches that do not have, and team moms that do not have their training to get CPR and AED trained. I would just say the month of, let's say the next week is the day. So you can just email me at vigilancesc25@gmail. And the team that have the most individuals, Vigilance and A&A Athletic Consultant, will give a donation back to the team.
What? All right. Now look, I'll make it even sweeter. I'm gonna lead the pack. The same way y'all do all the little water challenge, ice bucket challenge. I'll take the CPR class myself. You take pictures, you can video, we put it up here. And then I'm gonna point out, hey look, we'll pick a team and the coaching staff come get their CPR training.
And my other challenge is to barbershops and beauty salons. Getting your stylist trained. Because you are community-based agencies.
You need
community-based agencies that stay open.
If you mess my shape up, somebody's gonna have a problem with breathing.
Everybody think about their shape up. But that's another challenge to both the barbershops and the barbershops and the hair salons. And I already have a barbershop all the way in Ohio that's gonna head off the challenge up there. So when I go up there in Ohio in a couple of weeks, I gotta do their training up there.
Where Ohio?
Because Columbus, Ohio, because I forget the name of the barbershop, because they already do a lot of community awareness. You know, they're a barbershop that get condoms in there to be able to do distribution of that. So they're very health conscious barbershop. And so we're going to collaborate on that and making sure everybody and all their barbers have their CPR training. So let's get ready. Let's go. Be prepared, people. Be prepared. Save some lives.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The AD Laverne Champ Amaker, A&A Athletic Consultant, Voice Reporter #1, AD. as well as Pandora's Playbook, man. Look, she everywhere. She doing everything. And she ain't right. She ain't right. Hey,
all right, so I'm get you up Saturday.
catch me Saturday. And if y'all don't catch her Saturday at Wise, make sure you catch her Ocean City Top Dog. Yo, her and Coach K gonna turn it down.
All right.
All right,
Okay. Peace out.
Ladies and gentlemen, AD Laverne Tampa Amiga. Oh, you know how we do. Let's get ready to get this thing going, man. It's been an incredible night. 2 hours talking to some great people. We had some incredible guests. Some planned, some unplanned. But you know what? It's always good because it's about the benefit of the families. A lot of great examples out here. There's a lot of resources. If you're watching this at home and you don't think that you have opportunity to do the great things you can with your son or your nephew, and you're trying to put them on the right path and they love sports, sometimes getting around the right people can put you on the right path, and being on the right path will put you where you need to go. We'll be returning to the air tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm not gonna double up on you and just hit you with another video. It's been an incredible week. I got some awesome sponsors that's been behind me. Shouts out to Champion Drive. Shouts out to Dynamic Specialized Performance, Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy, A2K Apparel, Showtime Athletics, and of course the law offices of Sergeant M. Douglas, as well as Crate Energy Drink. Now,
Summer,
before we get ready to get up out of here, the Dear Summer 2019 tour, June 21st through the 23rd. Catch up with Voice Sports both at the Showtime Elite Showcase in Myrtle Beach and Top Dog in Ocean City. On July 4th through the 6th, we'll be in Delaware at 302 Elite Showcase. Putting it down, my man Isaiah Fleming. Get in contact with Isaiah and find out more about how to get down with that. July 19th through the 21st, the C2C Showcase is on fire, Kansas City, Missouri. Along with the voice and the AD you just had a chance to be briefed by, will be out there not only calling some spectacular games, but taking care of the symposium and getting you tuned up on what you need to know, parents as well as players. A lot of great people putting in some massive work. Shouts out to the guys behind it. My man Brent Fitzgrave. You got questions about the C2C Showcase held on July 19th through the 21st, give him a call at 916-290-3034. Also in the midst of that, July 26th through the 28th, the King of Kings tournament in South Jackson, Mississippi. The voice will be down there doing this thing. We're going to be rocking out and having a great time there. King of Kings tournament the 3rd. That's right, going straight after it. The voice will be there and we're going to have a great time. Tell you plenty about what's going on with a lot of the great teams in Jackson, Mississippi as well. Then August 2nd to the 4th. Hey, the Clash in Kansas City. We go right back to Kansas City. Lee Stadium going to be on fire. Shout out to my man Chuck Tolson and all of the teams out there. The Dear Summer 2019 tour is going to be fire. We are going to be out here making things happen, as you already know. The Pro Football Hall of Fame camps taking place through the 9th through the 18th. If you see Voice Sports anywhere around the DMV and you want to get down, let me see you student athlete to action. Send me the videos. Get in contact with me at 301-806-6677. Send me a text message or hit me up in Messenger. We want to look out for you and put you on. We got 2 more people in the green room. Man, I might have to shut this thing down, baby. Oh, that's my man Corey here. Word. Hey, and that's how we going at it. Here's Summer Tour 2019. Voice Sports is what it is. Thank you for tuning in to You Got Voice. We'll be right back tomorrow. Thank you to all the guests, for everyone who watched it from beginning to end. Yo, tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Put positivity out there, and it'll come back to you. You ain't gonna come up from. It's your boy, Ariel Don, the Weezy F. Wayne the Voice Matthews. Out. Have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
We must come to an end. Please show the same love to my friends. Dear Summer.